I don't gotta talk it out, cause my numbers walk it out. Yeah, I'm him. Yeah, I'm him.
Yo, what up? Welcome back to the channel. Too Real for Your podcast. This episode, I got another special guest. They are making big moves around Rockford. They're from Rockford, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go ahead and let them introduce themselves, but they go by Nivel 15. Tell me your name, age, or whatever you want to say.
I'm Ramon. I'm 18 years old and I play the bajito for Nivel 15.
Okay.
My name's Alex. I play the bass for Nivel 15.
Okay.
My name is Johnny. I'm the drummer for Nivel 15.
My name is Junior, Jose. I play the accordion for Nivel 15 and Primera Voz.
All right. I guess before anything, how long have y'all been doing this?
We've been doing this for a while now. You know, originally it was us two, and then came Alex, and then came Ramon. We started off as a Sireño group, so it was just us four. I was Primera Voz, he was Armonía, he was Requinto, and he's always been bass.
Yeah.
And originally, the way it started, it just started by me and him. He got a guitar one time, and he was like, "Hey, you know, like, I'm gonna learn it, and then let's
make it happen.
Let's make it happen." And then we just kind of took it as like something just to mess around with, because we really had nothing to do at the time.
Yeah,
I think that's when, like,
during COVID.
Yeah,
COVID was about to hit.
Yeah, when COVID was like starting to hit, and they were like, "Hey, man, let's just see what happens from here." So we just started posting videos of us, like of him playing the guitar and me singing, and you know, like from there we just kept on doing it and posting, and from there we started seeing like, oh, like people are like resharing it and stuff, and like we're like, oh, you know, like maybe let's just keep going. Then came him. Originally it was him as he was gonna be our requintero, and then he was gonna play Armonía. And then we just had to find a bass player. But then from there later on, it just sticked as us three. And then what happened?
I told Ramon.
He just told Ramon to slide in.
Yeah, Ramon came to my house one day and I was like, "Hey, come over, let's practice."
You're like, "Hey, bro, you're what we've been missing."
He came over and then we were just playing and like, you know, like Ariel Camacho songs, you know, like Flor Hermosa, all that, you know. And the only thing Ramon knew what to do was requintos. And then I would be playing requintos and Ramon would try the armonía and I'd be like, "Wait, Ramon, we're off, you know?" I'd be like, "Okay, hold on. You play requinto and I play armonía." And then from there, like we caught on, like we were on time, we liked it, you know. From there, you know, I told Junior, you know, Alex was there and we were just like, yeah, Ramon's gonna do requintero, you know, and just switch over to armonía, you know. I didn't have a problem, you know, because regardless, you know, I'm still playing the guitar, you know, I'm still doing my thing.
You never thought that, like, maybe when he was trying the other stuff, the armonía, he was messing up on purpose to go back to that. Like, nah, man.
I don't want to play armonía. I mean, even if he did, you know, I mean, it led us to where we're at, you know.
No, but that's dope. No, yeah, because, you said it's basically kind of started also with you just picking up the guitar one day and being like, I'm going to learn this.
Yeah.
So, what made you be like, all right, I want to pick up a guitar? Because I remember back in the day, everyone in school wanted to be like rappers, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now it seems like I see everyone like, you know, that wants to, you know, do a banda or group or whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, I wonder, like, what changed? Because I asked someone else that, and they were like, they said that corridos, they think it's corridos that made that pop, you know?
Yeah.
You agree with that?
Honestly, yeah, I feel like just music changed over time. I feel like back then, music was more about ranch and about just, you know, calmer stuff. Now it changed more. It seems like rap, you know, like it talks about cars, money, you know, luxury life, you know. Back then it didn't really talk about that. Now you're talking about brands, you know, like just luxury stuff, and I feel like that's what caused everyone's attention. And then, you know, Ariel Camacho came in, you know, he changed up the style of Sireño. Back then it was, like I said, more like a ranch, and he put more of like that luxury in and like more narco stuff. And I feel like that's kind of what called everyone in, you know, and that's honestly what called me in too, you know. Getting into music, I feel like all I listened to was rap, and then I got into Mexican music, and he's all I listened to. And then from there, I was just like, you know what, Junior? Like, I like this song, but like sing it, bro. You know, and he sang it, and then from there, you know, our family would get us for parties, and it was lit.
Like,
you know,
we just had guitars. Like we had no bass.
No,
like we had only just guitars, you know. And then he took a break for a while, and then he started doing his own thing, and then from there, so it was just us three, me and Ramon and Johnny. And then later on, one of his cousins bought a bass and never ended up learning it. So he was like, "Hey, let me just grab the bass," you know. And then he was like, "Let me just grab the bass." And then we called him out of nowhere. Or was it? We played at a house.
Yeah, it was a house party.
It was a house party, and like it was just for like a little group of guys, you know, nothing crazy. And we were like, "Hey, call Alex, tell him just to come with the bass, even though he doesn't know how to play." You know, like I mean, we didn't know.
I know something. I knew just like a little bit.
Yeah, he knew a little bit. It was just like, yeah, I mean, even though we're like not the best, you know, like just tell him to come, and then from there, we just started practicing every day. To this day, we still have the same schedule for practice and stuff.
That's dope.
Yeah.
How long after you guys like started doing it did it take y'all to get the first like gig? Like first, like you know how normally you're like, hey, let me play for you know when you're starting out, you're like, let me play for you, just so let me do the party or whatever. When was the first time someone reached out to you and was like, hey, come do my party, I'll pay you this much? You know, his
sister.
Oh yeah,
actually it was his sister was like, hey, you know, like come over here, and what we charged like $50 the hour. We were cheap, you know, we were cheap. We were probably the cheapest group in Rockford. I'm not gonna lie, everywhere, you know, we were $50 the hour, and his sister was basically our first client. We had an old bass player from the beginning, but then we just wanted to stick to like, you know, people that we grew up with. Yeah. So like, so our old bass player, we're like, hey, bro, you know, like, we're gonna bring in our guy, you know, because this is guy who we're basically we started growing with, and you know, like when you grow with certain people, you know, you just get closer and you guys just stick together all the time.
Chemistry is just there.
Yeah, and chemistry was just there as well. Yeah. So from there, his sister just hit us up and like, hey, you know, go play with the party. You know, we weren't the best group, you know. And like I remember we had these speakers with the LEDs that light up and stuff. Like we had no like, we weren't into like we need this sonido. Like we just used what we had.
We didn't care. We didn't care. Yeah, we were like, you were just happy. We were there, you know.
Yeah, no, that's dope though. Straight up from like the ground, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
From the bottom. And then so you learned. When did you know that you were like you always been a good singer, or you were like singing at karaoke at your like parties and stuff, and then suddenly you're like, you know what? Let me do this for real.
To be honest, I've been doing it since I was like kid. Kid, you know, and all my family and his family, they all sing, you know. So, but like originally, like when I was growing up, my family was always into singing, and I just caught on, and I never thought about taking it professionally. I just did it as something I just liked, and from there, Johnny was like, hey, you know, like since you know how to sing, I know how to play guitar, you know, let's just do it. So, I mean, like originally, like I never thought about taking it seriously. I always just thought it was like something like just as a hobby. I never took it like as a job or anything. But like nowadays, now I just take it more serious and more like I look at it as a job. Not that like you know, I see it as a job. I just see it as something like I really want to get into and something I just really want to push forward into moving.
Like a career.
Yeah, like a career. There you go.
That you like to do. You know what I'm saying?
I like to do. Yeah.
See, that's better than like, you know, working a 9 to 5 where you hate it and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
But that's good that y'all taking it serious, especially since y'all young as hell, like real young.
Yeah.
Like so if you're, and I keep hearing like so I found out about you guys through a couple people that I know from my job, and they were like, I was like, hey, who's your favorite? Because I wanted to do this because one of my boys, he couldn't make it today, but he's like, hey, you should do on the podcast. I know you do rappers all the time. You should do like grupos and stuff like that, because there's a lot of them around here, a lot of them like are young, and they, you know, they could use like a platform to promote and stuff like that, right? So I'm like, okay. So I went to work and I'm like, hey, who you guys like? And they're like damn near like half of them were like Nivel 15. I'm like, all right.
Appreciate that.
And then I was like, all right. So I checked it out and I'm like, yeah, they're fired.
Appreciate it.
And then one of them, who's gonna be there at the video.
Okay.
She probably won't like me saying this, man. But she's like, yeah, they're my favorite. She's like damn near going like. like groupie shit. She's like, I love them, they're my favorite. I'm like, all right, damn, calm down.
No, for sure. I mean, we appreciate the support. You know, the support, like, the support for us means a lot.
Yeah.
You know, like it just gives us a different type of feeling. You know, it gives us a feeling that makes us push forward. Yeah. You know, like keep releasing music, keep working.
Yeah.
It just, you know, it's just the support and the love just makes us keep going.
Yeah, and I hear that you guys, I like I said, I haven't been to a lot of these, but I hear that you guys have like the most lit like parties and shit. Like when y'all there,
we try. We try.
She was like, oh yeah, well at the last one, some dude like took off his shirt. He was like crowd surfing or some shit. Shit. They were doing some shit in the back. Y'all, you know, are probably up there like paying attention to your craft. But in the background, some dudes over there crowd surfing. Yeah, crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, that's dope, man. What about what? So he hit you up and he was like, hey, come do this. But what were you doing before that? Like.
Me, personally, I mean, I'm still in school, bro. So I was just in school, you know.
Yeah.
Like I have a side job with my dad. We be cutting grass, but I was just chilling, bro. Well, I would just jam it, you know, just by myself. I didn't have like a group or nothing.
What are you going to school for?
For my high school diploma. So I go to Jefferson High School.
Oh, you go to Jefferson?
Yeah.
I keep forgetting y'all young. So. I'm like, what degree you?
I'm barely getting started, bro.
That's a 2025.
See, let's get it, you know.
This
year I'm graduating. See, let's get it.
That's good. You planning on doing anything else? Or you planning on just keep doing this and like doing it full time?
Probably this. Y si no se sale, pues un side job ahí por ahí.
Retry again.
I feel like as long like how I see y'all moving, I feel like y'all going in the right direction and y'all gonna keep getting bigger and bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
for sure.
And then what about you? What were you doing before the grupo, or you still like just besides school?
Well, honestly, my family also comes from music, from my mom's side and my dad's side, and every time I would go to Mexico, you know, I would always see my uncles and my cousins play, you know, and I would just, you know, admire them, you know, because it's just, you know, it's just the beauty of music is just amazing. And just from there, I picked up a guitar around age 13 when he started playing the guitar as well. And
youngins.
We were, man. We were. Not thinking about it like deeply, like we were pretty young.
Shit, we still young.
We're still young.
Yeah, y'all young for sure. Dan, so at 13, and you must have really had love for it, because at 13, I don't remember doing jack. Like, if I tried anything, it's probably for like a little bit, and then I'm like draw. Oh, I remember I wanted to be a tattoo artist. I'm like, let me draw. Then my hands were hurting. I'm like, fuck this shit.
And it's crazy because I wasn't really into Mexican music like that when I was growing up. Like around age 10, I was mostly into rap. You know, like what was popping back then, like around 2015, around that time. And you know, once I started like talking to Johnny, he started bumping that Mexican music. And I was just like, man, this shit,
like, damn, this
go crazy, man.
I remember like not liking like Mexican music. It's not like not liking it, but like preferring to hear like rap and stuff.
Yeah, like it wasn't your thing.
It wasn't my thing. Like later on, we went to bailes and stuff, and like from there we just started like, you know, liking it. Yeah. Because
I was telling someone, they were like, well, the last person we were interviewing, they were like, oh yeah, like I never really got it, and they're only 16, right? So I'm like, they're like, I never got it until I got older. I'm like, and I was like, well, yes, because half of it's like the lyrics, you know, like when you hear the lyrics, you're like, I feel like Spanish music is the best at like saying shit with their words, you know, like you feel that shit. Like compared to English, like you be listening to like El Rey or you know like all those old school songs, or even like who the fuck was that? I just heard a song recently, but like it hits, and then when you hear it like in English, if there's like something similar, it's kind of like
it's alright, you know.
You know what I mean? But like with rap, I understand that shit. But yeah, that's dope. And then when was the first time? I know that your sister was the first gig, but when was the first like big gig that you did that you were like, okay, after you did it, you started seeing like your Instagram just like get bigger, like a lot of followers came from it, like or have you had that yet, where you like went and did a show and then the next day you're like, damn, like that show did a lot for us, we got a lot of followers?
Well, for me, I would say one of the truck events, the truck meets that we played for. For USM. We're friends with the owner and we're friends with his brother. You know, we go to school with him, and he does truck meets and everything all over Rockford. And one day he was just like, hey, like, oh no, actually we told him, I think, like, if we could play.
Oh yeah, we did.
We told them if we could play, and we pulled up with a trailer and everything. We pulled up like with people that don't even play with us, like people like from other bands wanted to play with us, because of like how big of this was.
Yeah.
So we were playing in the Kmart in East Bay. I don't know if you know that sign in Rockford, right next to the Guitar Center and all that. So we were playing there. We had the trailer and it was packed. It was packed. Like the whole, we had a whole crowd in front of us. All of us were on top of a trailer. Like it was lit. I'm not
cars doing burnout.
Yeah, cars doing burnout.
We invested in like to rent out a generator.
Yeah, we got
like
the generator.
we went and everything. You know,
and
see where we could go.
People were getting lit.
And honestly, from there, I feel like a lot of people were posting us, and a lot of people started following us and all that. And then the next year after that, I believe, another truck meet for Cinco de Mayo, I believe. That's what it was? Or Mexican Independence Day?
Yeah, it was the 14th, I think.
Oh, something like that. Yeah, one of those days. We played in La Guanajuato with Al Tiro. Right?
Oh, yeah,
with Al Tiro.
Yes,
and man, that day got packed too. It was good. They did, I forgot who shot a video, but some guy shot a video with the drone and everything. It was dope.
Yeah,
it was dope.
Nice.
You could see the crowd going all over. And originally, that was not supposed to be there. It was supposed to be somewhere else, but it kept getting canceled. The cops kept coming. They kept getting shut down. Every location kept getting shut down until Guanajuato was like, you know what? Pull up here. Yeah, and they came, you know. Even though they came
for real.
Yeah. They had like that whole like area shut down.
And the cops were just just surrounding the whole street.
They were just surrounding the whole street.
They couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Private property.
It was crazy.
That's wild.
But yeah, once it hit, I think like curfew, like the curfew, I think it was like 11 or something. We had to shut it down just because of the fact that it was curfew or whatever. That's what they said. But they let us do it. You know, they let us do it just because of the fact that it was on Guanajuato property. They couldn't really do much. But it was just, it was
They
dope.
had permission, we had permission.
That's dope. And did you guys know I'm assuming it was the owner from Guanajuato?
Yeah.
Did you guys knew him and stuff?
They gave him permission.
Yeah, they gave the owner.
No,
from
he was there
USM
too, I
permission.
think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did too. Yeah.
That's dope though.
Yeah.
And then have y'all been doing like any traveling and stuff like that yet, or just like mostly local, like Chicago area around here, Wisconsin?
It's Wisconsin, no?
It's Wisconsin, more
Wisconsin.
locally. We're trying to get into traveling more.
Yeah,
we're trying to get there. Our plan next year is to head out to Las Vegas, then from there from California, see if we can make anything possible. Yeah. But like I said, next year. Like this year, we're trying to see if anything pops up. You know, we're there.
Yeah.
You know, for sure. Like we've been getting calls from Iowa, Michigan, and like all these other states, Colorado. But like they call us for it, but they don't confirm it. You know, so that, like it hypes us up. You're like, you know, we're finally going out of state. You know, like we're finally going out of state but you know they don't call back, but it's all right, you know, because at the end of the day we're also gonna have other opportunities to head out there more.
And that means that people from that area somehow they heard of you, you know, somehow you popped up in their ear, and they're like, hey, if I get these guys, you know, people will show up. So that means there's listeners, you know what I mean? So
for sure.
That's a good sign always, even if they don't confirm it. Like, look at it as positive always.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the cool thing about what y'all do is that, like, literally y'all can, like, get a fucking, like, a truck or something and then just drive out to, like, Vegas and just pop out somewhere in the parking lot and just start playing, you know what I mean?
And just hand out business cards and then from there see if we get any hits.
Hell yeah, do, like, a little mini concert or something.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I seen a collab from you guys. It was you guys and, who was it? Altiro, maybe?
Yes.
It was a music video?
Yeah.
Is how many collabs have you done? And which one is like your favorite that you've done? Or is that like
want to go one at a time?
Yeah.
All right. My favorite was probably from our anniversary. My favorite is from El Enamorado with Secta and Altiro and Estilo.
Okay.
That one's probably my favorite. Me personally. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, me too. We've had, honestly, just like a recorded wise features, we only have like 3, I want to say 3 or 4. I know we have it with this. We have one with Estilo, one with Altiro, and then we have that one song with Altiro, Secta, you know, all the groups.
Yeah.
So I just want to say those, but yeah, out of all those 3, I want to say the one with Secta, just because of the fact that they came out from Chicago and they were actually down to being the song with us.
That's dope.
That was pretty fire.
And also we had the local groups también.
We had the local groups as well. That
Estilo.
was also fire. Yeah.
Bringing me down, man.
See, that's cool though, cause like I'm gonna get your answers next, but like, did they reach out like? Cause normally, you know how people be like. Normally, I don't know about in this genre, but in rap, like if let's say someone from Chicago, like who the fuck could I say, like. Let's say Chief Keef, right? Just for example, right? Obviously not that big, but let's say they came down here and they were like, "Oh, I want to collab with you." I don't know a lot of people that would be like, "Okay, well, let me get other groups or other people, local rappers involved, so we can all rise." Instead, they're just like, "All right, I'm keep it to myself." You know what I mean? Like, I think that's cool that how y'all like your community. It's like a community, you know.
Yeah,
Y'all stick together, and I see y'all share each other's stuff and always promote each other's stuff, which is really dope.
Yeah,
you don't see that a lot.
Well, Alex,
What was the question again?
Your favorite collab?
Yeah. My favorite collab? Well, honestly, I have to go with Secta too. I mean, I really like Secta.
Yeah.
To be honest, they're really fire group. So, just me personally, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
So I gotta say with the same, Grupo Secta. They go crazy.
That one was pretty big.
And El Patrocito with Grupo Latino.
Yeah, that was fire.
That one's a good song.
The music video was fire. I like that.
That video was clean. I saw the because I looked it up as soon as we agreed. We started doing stuff. I started looking it up. That's one of the first ones that pops up, and I was like, damn, they're good. But that video looks clean as hell, like super clean. So shout out to whoever. Whoever recorded that. That's fire. All right, so now that we talked about the collabs you like, let's talk about like if you had one dream collab, right? Could be anybody. It doesn't have to be grupos. It could be like rappers, like Scientific, whoever. It could be like a Ice Cube, collab. Who would you pick if you had one dream collab?
One dream collab. I say Viada. Grupo Viada. That'd go crazy.
In California, they go crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That'd be something cool.
For me, it would either be Hijos de Garcia or Nathaniel Cano, just because of the fact they go crazy. Nata, he basically made Corridos Tumbados.
Till then, what now?
Yeah, and if we were to like make a song with him, I know it would go crazy.
Fuck it, I'll hit him up for you. No, I'm
Need some time. Probably Peso Pluma.
Yeah, Peso
Pluma.
Crazy.
Shit, man. I have to go with La Fractura de Sinaloa.
La Fractura de Sinaloa.
Chaca,
Yeah, okay.
O Los Alegres.
Los Alegres is a good one. Yeah, sure.
That'd be a dream collab too.
Yeah. Who that's a dream collab. Who are the go? Who would you say is like the goal of this? I know there's a lot of people we could probably list. As a matter of fact, give me your top five.
As in like what?
Like just
top 5 artists?
Top 5 artists or whoever that you think are like the best of the best.
Well, me, I like to listen to a lot to old school. Like I like listening to like Valentin for sure. Valentin has great music. Chalino always, Los Alegres, I really love their corridos too. Los Alegres are fire. Luis El Conriquez, bro, that dude's crazy. I seen that dude live one time. I was like, dude, I gotta see this guy again and again. Yeah. How many did I say? Already 4, right? 4. My last one. My last one would probably be. Damn, I don't know. That's a good one. Probably Los Hijos de Garcia, because Los Hijos de Garcia, they do go crazy. Especially the accordion player. I kind of look up to that dude. Like that dude go crazy.
So real quick, when you go and see like a group of playing and someone you never seen before, do you focus on the guy that plays your instrument?
Low-key, yeah.
I think all musicos do that, bro.
Yeah, I think mostly, all musicos, that look like, dude, that guy's a goat, Yeah, like they all look up to certain, like I look up to certain people as when it comes to accordion wise. I might not be the best accordion player in the world. I try to sound like them, but at the end of the day, everybody's gonna have their own style. Everybody just has their own style, and they're gonna play their own way. Like when I look at Los Hijos de Garcia accordion player, I'm like, damn, dude, that guy goes crazy. And then there's this guy, his name is Edgar. He plays for Vanguardia, but he used to play like Signado and Alta Sociedad. Edgar goes crazy. That dude is something that dude is something else.
And he's from Rockford too.
He's from Rockford.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He plays for Vanguardia, and that dude is something else.
Right.
That dude go crazy. Hell yeah.
And then if you see them, and you're like, there. Like you see another group, and you're like, I could do better.
Nah. Because at the end of the day, me personally, my thoughts, nobody's better than nobody. Because at the end of the day, music's for everybody. Everybody's gonna play their own way.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna have their own opinion, of course. This group sounds better than this group. But at the end of the day, I feel like they're doing their thing. It's their own style. Everybody's gonna sound different. Everybody's gonna have their own rhythm. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I feel like if I see another player, I'll be like, damn, that dude's for sure better than me. I'd say that. Like, oh, they're for sure better than me, but something I won't say is like, oh yeah, like I don't got shit on me, for sure. Because
that's good, because that means you're humble, and also, like you said, music's subjective,
Yeah.
So like to you, like they might be better. Like let's say you point out some dude and you're like, he's better than me. I could be like, man, you're wrong, dude. You're better, because it's subjective. Everyone likes different shit. So
everybody does. Yeah,
you're right about that one.
Yeah, sure.
And then what about you? Your top 5?
Well, top 5 in what? Like in what created like the music, or just in general what I like?
Just in general, what you like, I would say.
Hijos de Garcia, Viada, Nata. Right now, rap. I listen to a lot of rap too. Wiz Khalifa. That's really all I've been listening to lately. But in the Mexican, my favorite group overall, I would say Los Alegres, just because they have a lot of like my favorite music that we play and that I listen to.
Hell yeah.
For sure, I'm gonna have to go with Peso Pluma. For sure. And then Los Alegres de Barranco. And I mostly be listening to like local music, just mostly local music. I don't really be listening to like big artists. I'm mostly like a Chicago like music type of guy. So my other top 3 is gonna have to be for sure Secta, Le Mans, and Vanguardia. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. I keep hearing that last one. I keep hearing it a lot. Like
Vanguardia.
I keep seeing it on posters and stuff. I'm like, all right, I gotta check them out. I still haven't. I've been so busy, but I'm gonna check them out.
Shit, my top 5? Shit. I mostly listen to like norteño type of group, like Mexican music. Like I don't really listen to rap. I do like here and there, but if I have to like choose my top 5, I'll go like I don't know, bro. I'll be listening mostly like local groups too. So I would say Los Preferidos, Le Mans for sure. Like Los Encinos, La Fractura, type group like that.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Crazy.
Go wrong.
Puro corrido chaca.
Hell yeah.
And you
HP.
And you said that you guys, so most of the songs you do are from that group, but like have you guys worked on anything original yet, or?
We have one song.
One?
We have one original. We had this guy, shout out compa Manny. Manny, there's this guy that in Beloit, and Johnny, his another person as well. They wrote us. Well, they didn't write it just specifically for us, but he was like, "Hey, I have the song. Like I would really like for you guys to hear it out, and like see if you guys like it." And we heard it, and then we were like, dude, we could do something with this. We could do something with this for sure. And we're like, from this day, like we have it in the vault. We were having it in the vault. We're just waiting to get it back because it's a song that we like really wanted to work on, and we already had it recorded once, but then we're like, nah, like we're not posting that, dude. Like that we can make it sound so much better. And then, so from there, we're just like, nah, let's just forget about that one, start fresh. And then when we started fresh, and then from there, we were like, hey, let's do this, put that there. and add this. How about how we added this, and from there we just created something like dude, this is nice, you know.
Yeah.
The song is it's gonna be called Sigo de Pie. It talks about mainly like how a lot of people like want to see you down, man. Even if you throw yourself down, you know, you're always gonna pick yourself back up, and you're not gonna count on nobody else. You know, you're only gonna count on yourself. And it's something I feel like, me personally, I feel like it sends a message, as in like, you know, like people just want to see you down and they don't want to see you succeed, but at the end of the day, you just want to see yourself improve. You don't care about what other people think. And if we do end up releasing it, which we probably more than likely will, it will be a single, and then we'll probably put as much work into it, music video, you know, promotion, everything.
Go all out with it.
Yeah, go all out with it for sure. Yeah, like for us, writing and editas, we haven't like had a full practice session. Like, hey, we're gonna work on our own song today, you know, because how busy we are and how booked up we are. Like, we gotta practice for like these shows and all this, and we have big events coming up as well. So like we're just practicing. Sometimes like there's not enough time. Like usually in December, that's when we all take breaks. Like, cause in the beginning of the year, reason why is because we have so much work throughout the year. Like sometimes we're like, hey, we're like let's chill, you know, take it easy this month, and like we're grateful for all the work that everybody has been giving us. Like, we really appreciate it. It's like from the bottom of our heart. Like we really love it. But like I said, like a day of practice that we like say, hey, today we're gonna practice on all originals. Like, we really haven't had the time to do that. So but only that one song is where we at. Yeah, for right now. But let's see, hopefully that song goes somewhere, you know.
Hell yeah. Because so when you got it, it was just the lyrics only, and then you guys came up with the whole melody and everything else, or how did that work?
So Manny and Johnny, they already had the melody, and what was it? It was just a different speed. I think it was a more slower, and then I think we just kind of like speeded it up just a little bit,
added the drums
and added the drums, because it was mainly gonna be a Sirreño song, but we were like, nah, let's convert this into a norteño, because this could be something different. And
who told you to do that? This guy?
Huh?
This guy told you to do a norteño?
Because we were already like a norteño at the time. Okay. So when we got the thing, like when we got the song, we're like, oh, should we add like Sirreño, then transfer it to norteño, or like should we add charchetas and tololoche to this, or like, you know, because like now all you hear is trumpet, charchetas, tololoche, you know, like all that stuff. So we're like, should we add that, or should we just stick to our own style? And we're like, nah, let's just stick to our own style, mejor.
Oh yeah. That's dope though. And you are it's still in the vault. If you had to say, you think this year, next year, like timeline wise?
This year for sure.
This year for sure.
Okay. For sure.
And then you guys are, do you have anything else like coming out, like EPs or albums or anything, or like a really big show that's coming up soon, or?
We have an EP coming out pretty soon. The EP va a ser Subiendo de Nivel. That's gonna be something. That's gonna be something pretty special to us, because we did put a lot of time into it, and hopefully everybody likes it, you know, for sure.
How many songs does it got?
I believe it has 6 to 7. No, 6, I think, I believe.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
6. I don't know that, yeah.
Yeah, because we have a lot of songs that we just have recorded, and they're just not released, you know, so we're just probably going to add them to those and see where it goes from there.
See where it goes.
Yeah, for sure. We have a lot of events coming in pretty soon. But speaking of our biggest events, like we had big events past. But if big events coming up, well, to me, I think most of them, our events are pretty big, you know. Because we're heading out there.
Yeah, you guys are.
Yeah. So.
From like I said, from what I hear, your events seem like they be popping off. But okay, so speaking of the events, what if y'all had to say like one crazy thing y'all seen while y'all were performing, like the craziest thing you've seen, what would that be?
Well, we've seen everything,
Bro, we've seen everything.
We've seen everything and been through everything.
From a young age too, man.
A young man. He gets.
You could be here all night talking about that.
For real, bro. We could do a whole movie off of this. Biggest craziest thing, man. Shit, I don't know, bro. There's a lot. What you go first? I gotta think, bro. I don't know.
Well, for me, I would say we had a gig one time. I forgot where it was. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was in Elgin. And we were contracted to play 3 hours and everything. You know, we were playing, we were chilling. We started playing only 30 minutes in. And for some reason, I don't know why, but the guy that got us, he was like, hey, come eat some pizza. Like, come eat, you know?
Yeah, that was crazy.
And we were like, what do you mean? Yeah, and I was like, what do you mean? Like, we're playing, you know, like, we're good. Like, you know, like, we just, came from eating, literally. Like, we literally just started playing, and right before that, we were eating. He's like, nah, like.
Wait, that was the one in Elgin?
Yeah, I don't know.
Was it the one in Chicago?
Don't say the name. Don't say the name.
I don't know.
Tell the story. Say the story.
All right. But yeah, so the guy tells us to go eat, and we're like, we're chilling, you know. We're like, no, we're gonna continue playing. He's like, no, you're gonna go eat. And then we're like, what do you mean? Like, we're playing, we're good. He's like, you're either gonna go eat or I'm gonna beat your ass.
But we all started laughing because we thought it was a joke.
Yeah, we thought he was joking.
We thought it was a joke. And our old drummer at the time, like, what you say?
Oh,
he said, he's gonna beat your ass.
Yeah, but it's because we thought he was just like playing around. So I was like, fuck it, he's gonna beat your ass. And then the guy was getting serious.
And then he started getting serious. And then he started, oh shit, he's actually getting serious.
Bro, and then he started pressing this guy, bro. And this guy didn't even do nothing, bro.
I think I was tuning my bass. And he just came up to me. He was like, you want some pizza, man? I was like, nah, bro, I appreciate it, bro. Like, respectfully, like, you know, like
a lot of people would pressure us to eat, and and it's just like nah, we're good, but we appreciate the offer. We always appreciate it.
Every
but
time.
like when we say we're good, we're good. We're good.
If we're not hungry, we're not hungry, man.
He's like, oh shit, he's gonna beat you.
That's because he was lit.
At that point, he was Johnny. There was a group right before us.
And
bro, Junior, remember he started taking off his watch, his fucking.
Bro, he was about to beat his ass.
For no reason, just didn't want to eat pizza, man. Like, come on, man. I just came here to play, not fucking fight.
And he contracted us for 3 hours. I swear to God, we only played 30 minutes. And we fucking dipped. And our contract says like, oh, if any like verbal arguments start happening or anything, like the client must pay whatever's left, and we're dipping. You know, so we have the contract. Contract's always gonna save our ass, no matter what.
Hell yeah.
You know, so
because I was gonna say, I'm like, that would have been awkward as fuck. Like you're over here tuning your bass. Your bass is like,
he just gets pressed.
Like you didn't even do nothing.
But at least I kept my cool. Because I already knew he was drunk. So you know.
And then he started like doing some stuff on the bass, and he was like,
he got more mad.
And he started getting more mad. He's like, and then when he said,
I remember you from
the bass, motherfucker.
I remember you from last time.
And then he started. This guy was like the first time he ever contracted us. The first time, I swear. This guy, like, he like we've been to his place. You know, like
hey, we're not saying
names, but we've been to an area that's pretty well known. And we walked in and like we would dab him up and everything, and I don't know what happened. He said he remembers them like from last time.
Remember me from last time? You did.
I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm just here to play. I'm not here to do none. It was understandable.
It was crazy, bro. It was crazy. It was something like we've never experienced before. Like we experienced a lot, but that was crazy.
It was funny though.
Yeah, it was kind of funny at the end for us. Like on our way back home, we're like, bro, no way, that shit just actually happened. You know, like we've been to events where we had it. Like some dude actually woke us up like at 4 a.m, go all the way to Woodstock, We played 2 hours, and the guy just dipped on us. Didn't even pay us. We had so many crazy stories, dude. Like what Roman said, like, bro, we could go all night, bro, like telling these stories, but I feel like that one, yeah, that one was recent crazy.
Too. It was recent. It was this summer. Or no.
That was last year.
It was last year.
Yeah, last year, bro.
Yeah,
that's
man.
crazy,
That shit was crazy, bro. Man, like
until this day, we still getting crazy.
Yeah, like today, like now, whenever we bring up that story, we're like, bro, no way, we've been through that.
For real, because it's like, it's good to hear that in the contract, because I can't imagine like you being there for another 2 hours all awkward, but trying to play that.
Dude, and I was more stressed out because like no one was trying to pay me.
Oh hell no.
You know, and I was like, bro, I'm not leaving without a penny or nothing, bro. Like I'm gonna leave with at least something, you know.
Yeah.
Like, cause we already have our deposits. When we have our deposits, you know, that's like what, an hour. We have an hour, and then you know, if we didn't get that third hour, like I was more focused on getting at least half of what the guy owed us, you know, like. And if the guy didn't end up paying us, you know, like, then we're gonna have to take more action into it to get the rest, you know.
Yeah.
And but that's usually the choice that we really don't want to do. You know, we rather just hey, bro, like, you don't want problems, bro. We don't want problems. Just give us what you owe us, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, and I was stressed out. These guys were like right behind me, you know, like
I was ready. I was like, come on,
we're all ready, you know, like if this guy swing, you know, like we're going down swinging, like no matter what, you know, like I hate to sound like that, but like, you know, like, bro, we're young, bro. Yeah. You know, the guy's grown as hell. Like I was probably, I was like 18 at the time, 18. This guy was 17, 18, 19. You know, like we're all young, bro. And like usually my dad comes with us all the time. And that day he couldn't come with us that day. But if he would have come, you know, like that would have been a different story.
Your dad's security.
Yeah,
like, hey man, back the fuck up.
Bro, and then this dude was like 6 foot, fucking like 6'5",
fucking jack, dude.
But the good thing is that now, well, we always be having people like come with us, you know, helping us. If it's like his cousins,
now we got
or my cousins, like, or his friends, or what, you know. But we always got like people coming with us, you know, just in case.
Hell yeah.
For situations like those, especially.
You never know, man.
Yeah, you never know. It happens anywhere.
I remember trying to get paid. I was like, dude, I need to leave with something, bro. Like I can't leave with just an hour. Like these people gotta pay, you know. Like we came all the way out here, you know, and then for us to only play 30 minutes and we have a contract done, and then like I was like, hey, look, I need somebody's ID or something, you know, just saying like you live here, you know, like I need something, so I could for sure figure out like that I'm gonna get paid, you know, and then I get at least half, and we charge quite a bit out there, and then I think he still owed us like probably like 12 still, and you know, like I was like, hey bro, like, you know, that's a lot of money that we're just losing, you know.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, I told the guys, I was like, hey, you know what? They gave us something. Let's just get the hell out of here and take the loss, you know.
Did he at least feel like shit the day after when he got sober?
Yeah. Day after, I'm getting to that right now. Day after, he calls me. Is this Junior? Well, first I answer all the time. I'm like I either say like hello or bueno. You know, like, cause I don't know what phone call might be for, so I always answer in both languages. And then I was like, oh, bueno, and he was like, hey, is this Junior? I was like, this is him. And then he was like, hey, this is the asshole from last night. And then I was like, oh, and then I was like, oh, you know, like, oh yeah, what's up, man? He was like, hey, dude, I'm sorry. How much do I owe you? And I was like, you owe me 12, bro, still. And then he was like, all right, man, I'm gonna send it to you right now. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, bro. And then he just hung up on me.
Damn.
I mean, he sent it, and then from there.
Yeah, the alcohol be getting people.
Oh yeah, bro.
That.
Alcohol's crazy, bro. It's crazy what alcohol could do to people, bro. Like to a certain person, especially.
Yeah.
You know, like if a person doesn't know how to drink, then that person's gonna fight. That was some crazy shit. You know,
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Like I said, man, we have many crazy experiences, but I feel like that one.
That's like one of the main ones. That's the one y'all gonna be talking about when y'all go on fucking on tour in our fucking
Bro, probably.
on Telemundo.
Core memory,
Bro, that's core memory, bro. That is core.
You're gonna be on Telemundo talking to someone and be like, yeah, there's one time some dude came up to he's still gonna be like, yeah, he went up to him and said he was gonna beat his ass.
over some pizza, man. That's crazy. So this day I still can't believe it.
Yeah, for real. We can't believe it, man. Like, we had this whole argument over pizza, bro. It's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Man.
that is wild. That is wild.
Oh shit. Well, I think that's a good spot to do the break for the ad. We're gonna take a little break.
Let's say.
This episode is sponsored by Razer. They're a computer brand. They make keyboards, mouses, all that stuff, laptops. If you guys are interested, there's gonna be a link down below, so you can check out their products and order some stuff for under $2 for you. All right. We'll be right back. Peace.
I don't gotta talk it out, cause my numbers walk it out. Yeah, I'm him. Yeah, I'm him.
Yo, welcome back to the channel. We're back from the break. I'm here with Nivel 15. And they're gonna be playing. What's the song you're playing?
Los pájaros. O at the recording. Algún pedacito, mi compa Doble, de las temitas nuevecitas en el repertorio, viejo. Amámonos recio, dijo. Y dice más o menos así. A mí la vida de borracho me degusta. Me está matando, eso sí, pero me gusta. Ya no cantan los pájaros, ya no están en los árboles. Lunes, martes y miércoles yo me voy a emborrachar. Jueves, viernes y sábado yo lo uso pa' la cruda. Y el domingo me dedico a mi relax. Los pájaros, hay para que los esperen muy pronto, mi raza, de parte de sus amigos del grupo Nivel 15.
Fire.
Appreciate it.
Hey. Damn. That was live. Damn, you guys sound just as good on live as you do on videos, man.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
Damn. So that's the one we're gonna be doing the video to.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Hell yeah. That's gonna be dope. It's gonna be lit.
Una rancherita por ahí.
So I was gonna say, what do y'all feel like doing next? Do you guys want to do the challenge? Do you guys want to keep talking about stories?
It's up to you, man.
Yeah.
You invited us. You're the host.
We're down with both.
We're down for whatever.
We're down with both.
whatever.
Yeah,
All right,
down for whatever.
Flip a coin.
For sure.
All right, let me hear about the Coke story.
It was a prop. It was a prop.
Chill. So basically, we played at a gig not too long ago, and the owner of the place, they decorated the place looking like a narco, like narco scene. They had fake guns all over. They had fake coke all over. They had, like, when I say coke, I mean they had plates of powdered like glass with powder on top, like lined up like in stripes, like ready to go with a rolled up $100 bill. And like it was just funny. So whatever, at the end of the gig, like they were so drunk that they ripped up the guy, the birthday guy. He got like the bags, the little baggies of coke, and he ripped them open. And he threw them up in the sky, and everything, like the whole place was just filled with.
And that was baking powder, right?
Yeah.
Or like something sugar or what? I don't know. It was something, right? And it got on top of the heater and it started cooking.
No, bro, and it got on our instruments too and everything.
Yes, bro.
He was mad as hell.
Oh, he was covered in all white powder. He had to go inside and change everything. No, it was bad. It was bad.
That shit was pretty funny.
No, it was funny though. honestly,
because
that
he
was
took
like
out his fucking knife out of nowhere. And he was,
Hey, bro.
I was like, what
just
the fuck?
bam, just threw it in the sky, and like
Like, he was
everyone.
like LeBron James and shit.
He went full Scarface. Y'all seen that that Arena video? It's like really popular on YouTube.
Oh yeah, the one with the cops and stuff. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That shit, some shit like that. We're just like, ah. that's wild, man. And even though that's funny that he got all those props and shit. So when you walked in, it looked like just like a straight up.
Yeah, like you were like in the fucking Narcos party, bro. Like you were playing for Chapo Guzman or some shit like that. Like,
That's how they be feeling. Like,
that's how they be feeling shit.
We can add a clip of Roman holding up a fake.
Hey, send it to me. I'll put it right here.
Mi mamá va a chingar.
People thought it was real.
Bro, oh my god, I posted on my Snapchat.
Yeah, I don't know why he posted
I
that.
posted on my Snapchat. I was like, esta noche vamos a loquear, and I posted like the dollar bills rolled up and shit. And bro, tell me why my sister slides up on my shit like she's probably the first one. She says, "What the fuck are you doing?" She said, "You better delete that shit. What the fuck are you?" She was like, "I'm gonna tell my dad. Is my dad with you?" Because she knows my dad always goes with my gigs with us. And she was like, "My dad with you?" She was like, basically gonna snitch on my ass, right? Yeah, you know. And it was kind of funny. I was like, nah, like my dad's with me, you know, like he knows it's not real.
It would be funny if you would have sent a picture of your dad next, like holding it.
Yeah, right. Me, my dad. Una lineazo.
Son and father.
Like
Activities, fun and solid
bonding time.
Hell no.
Oh shit, that's funny as fuck, dude.
Hell yeah.
Man, that sounds pretty cool. Like, I feel like that'd be a cool set for like a video, you know?
Yeah. Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like
That'd
y'all
be
should
fire.
definitely do some
That'd
shit
be
like
fire.
that.
It was
an idea.
And then just on the bottom put props only.
Yeah.
Disclaimer. All right, so y'all went and did all those shows and dealt with all that stuff. As you get bigger, y'all thinking like y'all gonna invest in security and stuff like that, or you think you guys can pretty much like handle it?
Oh
Right?
yeah, we're probably missing security. I mean, his cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah.
licensed and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
He's in the military.
He's in the
Oh.
military,
He has
so
his
like he has
Floyd and
Floyd
everything.
and everything, like his concealed carry and everything.
So he's a armed security.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
he's been in like
He's our sound engineer.
Yeah.
He's our
sound
staff.
engineer,
He's our
staff,
security.
everything.
Yeah.
He's reliable. I'm not gonna lie. Like
He's like, hold on, let me get these levels right.
nah, like that ass. Like he comes in clutch. I'm not gonna lie. Like there's been so many times where like we've been in like areas where we've been like sketchy, and like he's always there. Like we don't even gotta be like, hey, come over here. Like he just knows to be there. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, he just keeps an eye on
Like,
everything.
he's always like, hey, watch out. Hey, this, hey, that, and like he doesn't ever be like, he doesn't ever say no. We're like, hey, go get this speaker and take it over here. All right. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's cool because he really understands like what we want. He knows that like we're specific with what we want. You know, as a musician, you're really specific. Like we're picky. You know, like if you can't hear, especially me with the drums, if I can't hear like his accordion, I like, hey, I need to hear it. You know, if not, I get lost on where I'm gonna go. You know, and he knows. You know, like just right away. And he's a quick learner too. He learned quick. I taught him how to. I made a whole Google slides for him on how to like run the mixer. It was so funny, but yeah.
Pay attention to it. I was surprised.
Yeah,
Damn.
Yeah, and
He's real. Like I feel like you think that's mostly because was he always like that? Or you think that's because of the military background? 'Cause I feel,
honestly, I mean, because he's my cousin, he was always like that. I'm not gonna lie. He was always, you know, he's always been like, he always jokes around a lot. Like, not really as like, you know, he's bad, but like back then he would joke around. But now he's like more mature. You know, he like he's serious now. Not as serious as like, you know, he's always there like mad. You know, he's playful. You know, like you could talk to him and, you know, have a good conversation with him.
Bust out a joke on
Yeah,
him,
like I don't know where he'll say some like
Cool
funny
guy,
slick
cool
shit on you. But yeah, shout out to Mingo though.
And then he'll start
Hey,
talking
shout
about
out.
the fucking universe.
Oh yeah, you can talk to him about anything.
Bro,
yeah.
for real.
he's like a big like. Is he a conspiracy guy or?
Oh yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Like bro, I'm like, cause like some of the stories he tells us, I'm like bro, you know, like maybe it's true because he was in the military. You know, I always, that's how I always see it.
Like he knows some stuff that we don't.
Yeah, right. I tell him like, hey bro, aliens real, bro. You ever been to Area 51? he's like, no, I never been to Area 51, but motherfucker, they real. I'm like, oh shit.
That's funny.
Shout out Mango. Shout out Mango.
Hey, matter of fact, speaking, you don't have to say, but speaking of conspiracies, is there a conspiracy that y'all believe in? Like, even if it's like a small one, you know what I'm saying?
Junior, remember that one time that one lady at the gig started screaming, UFO. Come on,
This is another fucking crazy story, bro. I'm telling, like, it was a quinceañera, right? Yeah, we played at a quinceañera, and this was outside, and this was like in July, I think.
Yeah, July of last summer.
Yeah, last summer, and bro, I don't know what the fuck happened, bro. Bro, that shit was crazy. Bro, like we're playing songs, you know, like Miss saying, and then like out of nowhere, bro, this random ass lady, bro, starts coming up to us.
She started saying things.
Like pretty much saying there's a fucking UFO and aliens and shit. And I'm like,
we all stopped playing. Everybody got quiet.
She made us stop playing, bro, and shit. And then we're like, what the fuck is going on? And then our drummer was like, hold me. Bro. Like he was more interested, like we're like, what the fuck?
Bro, the whole time it was a drone. I think it was.
Bro, we would think it was a fucking drone, bro. This lady scared the shit out of us, bro. Like me personally, bro, I thought she was going crazy or like she was drunk or something. She was like tripping. She took some shit. I don't know what the fuck. Right? And then I I just look at her like with my fucking wide open eyes and shit, like what the fuck is going on right now?
What are you talking about?
Like, what are you talking about? Right? And then I'm looking up. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? Like I'm looking at stars, you know? I'm just looking at stars. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, nah, bro, like, and then who I think one of her family members like came and got her, like, hey, bro, come on, like,
yeah.
Come back.
It's time to go home.
And then we just went back to playing the same song.
And then like we stopped mid song and bro, I remember like getting off the stage and like going where she was pointing at. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? and then I go back on stage and then I'm like, bro, what the like that shit was crazy, bro.
It tripped you out.
It tripped me the hell out, bro. Like for real, it tripped me out. And then I don't know. It just from there they pulled her back and then. Like we stopped mid song, like we stopped mid song. Then from there we was like, all right, let's start from where we started off, and then boom, we just started back off.
Yeah. You should have played like ooh, should have been freaking out. Oh shit! But you believe? Do you believe in
conspiracy theories,
like aliens and shit like that?
Bro, yeah, I do believe in so. You know, I feel like you know, this just gonna sound crazy, bro, but I feel like our government does fuck us over. you know, like it's crazy, bro. Like sometimes I don't know. Me personally, I get like random shit on TikTok, and I do believe that sometimes like the CIA or whatever the fuck they are, like they killed John F. Kennedy, and bro, and all this shit, bro. And I feel like the government planned the 9/11 attack, and like because I get all that shit on TikTok, you know, and then I'm like, and then they interview like these architects, like you know, top paying architects, you know, like fucking best architects in the fucking world or whatever you want to call them, right? And then they have like, oh, you know, like a structure doesn't go down like that, you know, like an explosion, like if an explosion was to happen, like if the airplane was like to actually like fully like go fucking boom, like, you know, it possibly could, but since it came down like fucking, you know, like stairs and shit, like they're like, it's impossible. It's impossible. I'm like, damn, you know, like, because, you know, like, I'm not an architect, but these guys are, so they know what the fuck they're talking about, you know? So, like, you know, maybe the government did plan it. Shit.
You think there's some people in school right now going for, like, getting degrees in architecture, and they're like, what brought you here? But, like, I'm need to figure this shit out, man.
Possibly, bro. I mean, shit. I mean, like me, like I was always into engineering and shit. Like engineering, like like putting shit together, bro. Like now, like I'm going to be an electrician. So like I'm in electrical work and all. That's all I do. You know, I bend conduit, you know, run wire and all this stuff. So like now I'm hearing all these conspiracy theories. I'm like, bro, maybe this shit's true, bro. I do believe in aliens, though. Yeah. Aliens, I do believe in that. I feel like they are shit. Like how the Egyptians, the alien, the pyramids and shit. I believe that, bro. I do believe that. I genuinely do believe that because bro, how bro, it's like sometimes I get into my deep ass thoughts, bro, and like I probably sound crazy as fuck right now, and then I can be like, yeah, bro, because like how the fuck are the Egyptians gonna be like, oh, you know, we finna build this pyramid today, you know, like oh, we don't got shit to do, let's build a fucking pyramid, you know, like sometimes I genuinely do think that, bro, like who thinks about this shit, you know, like honestly, bro, I swear, it's crazy, but to me, I think it's funny.
Sometimes I be thinking that like that makes sense to me because like if you think about it, like not trying to get too deep into this, but like there's pyramids in Egypt, right, and there's pyramids in Mexico, pyramids in it's like how the fuck, like, you know, all these people from other sides of the world, and back then there wasn't you couldn't like there was no internet
shit on Instagram,
hey, you got a pyramid, I want one too, motherfucker.
Yeah, so they all got the same idea, did the same thing, and and like supposedly they all line up to certain things. Like how the fuck, like why, like huh? But anyways, what about y'all? Y'all just like
shit, I don't believe it till I see it type of person. You know?
So the world's flat.
Nah.
Oh, you saw the world be a globe. Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. I don't believe it till I see it.
This one.
He was
he's an extra. He's an extra.
Shit.
Oh shit. What about you?
Honestly, yeah, I believe aliens are real as well. I mean, I really not. I don't like getting too deep into it because then I start just questioning myself. You know, like, is this real or what is real, what is not? You know?
Yeah, because I
don't know, bro. But I really don't try to get into it as much because you know, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot. Hey, it is because you too? Same thing?
I'm very open-minded, you know, so I kind of believe in a lot of stuff, you know. I mean, like Ramon, like I kind of don't believe it till I see it, but in a certain extent, you know, like I believe in aliens. I believe like in like what's it called, like the underwater. I forget what it's called, but like the underwater.
Atlantis.
Yeah, Atlantis. Like all that, I believe in like all that stuff, and I find all that stuff interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very open-minded. I believe in a lot of stuff like that.
So you're more of like the type of person where it's like if someone gives you a good explanation, you're gonna kind of believe that until someone gives you a different explanation where it's like, no, I think this, and you're like, oh, that makes sense too.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, yeah.
So, yeah.
Like I said, it's like till I see, be like, oh, like if that is real, I fuck it, yeah.
Oh, for sure. Like, bro, think about it, bro. Like, what is it? I think it was NASA that stopped exploring the ocean. Like, we only have like 65% of the ocean explored, and then they stopped it. Why would they stop it? You know, there's something down there, bro.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Hey, you guys tag NASA on this and need answers,
bro. We need fucking answers. They got the next Jaws down there. They just don't want to tell us.
As a matter of fact, you're an astronaut. You don't know? Up and coming
Elon Musk, man. Where you at, man?
Where you at, Elon?
Where you at, you know? Bro, like even thinking about it, like when Trump, like he almost got assassinated. You know, I thought that shit was fake. But that shit was real, bro. That shit was real. I thought it was fake too. I'm like, bro, this shit AI, bro. This shit AI.
Well, you know how Trump was in wrestling for a little bit or whatever. He went in and wrestled. I was like, oh, he definitely ducked down, grabbed the blood packet. Was like, oh fuck, I got shot. You know what I mean? Like, but no, yeah, he got shot. That's crazy.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
He did wrestling, you said?
Yeah, he did a couple. I think it might have been one or a couple wrestling episodes.
He was in WWE.
WWE, yeah.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I thought like he actually
No.
He ain't wrestling at no conference.
Body summons.
Yo, I mean, he was on an episode or two. Yeah. But yeah, matter of fact, speaking of wrestling, like we were talking about how Rey Mysterio died or whatever. And when I heard that, I thought it was our.
Nah, he didn't die.
No, I was about to say. I thought like what? I thought it was our Rey Mysterio.
His uncle or something.
Yeah,
someone related to him.
The bigger one.
Yeah, because at first I was freaking out. I'm like, what the fuck? And then it was like, oh no, his uncle. I'm like, okay. I guess they just I'll take that name. Boom, boom, boom.
Shit.
But yeah, that shit was wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was gonna say when did I miss this? I used to have all his
bro,
figures, bro.
Bro, I used to have his mask, his Rey Mysterio.
Did you really?
Yeah. I used to have
the other day I seen some in my room.
Cara, fucking everybody, bro. I used to have everybody.
Did y'all ever go to one of like the Mexican wrestling, like here around in Chicago?
Bro, we played to one.
We played at some.
Yeah, we played.
Oh yeah, we did play at some.
Yeah.
We fought inside of one.
Yes.
Oh yeah, bro.
You're gonna play right now.
You see the video right here?
all the different presentations. I think this guy got the fucking the soy de
I got the Canelo entrance.
Canelo entrance and shit. Yeah, it was for
Azteca.
For Azteca, promociones Aztecas.
Yeah.
Shout out mi compa Sombra. From there, he gets it all the time too. Yeah, his events are pretty fun.
Yeah.
Like one I really want to go to, bro, and I don't know where they're at. It's the midget wrestlings, bro. Those will have me fucking dying, bro. Bro, I always wanted to go to those.
Yeah, me too. That's like one of my like bucket list things I want to do is go see that. But every time one pops up, it's always like either too far or like last minute, and I'm like, fuck, I can't make it.
Yeah,
but that's cool, man. I didn't know you were doing like electrical, like studying electrical. Like,
yeah,
because I work in maintenance too, and I was thinking about going for mechatronics.
Okay,
it was between like an electrical degree or mechatronics, and I ended up choosing mechatronics. But that's what I'm thinking about doing. And then you're just finishing high school. You guys are good. You guys are dope. I'm sure y'all just gonna keep doing more and more shows and getting better and better.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm sure that's gonna be your main career. But like, it's always good to have a backup, you know.
Yeah,
and
sure.
And that's a good career you're getting into.
Like,
so.
I work. I have a 9 to 5, and I'm like, not that I work from 9 to 5, but like I work like 5 to 3:30, in the morning.
I work early.
Yeah. I work early.
Damn.
Like tomorrow, back at it again, bro. Like a different day. Or like other people say at work, like another day, another dollar.
Another day, another dollar. Yeah. But yeah, no, this was dope. Thank y'all for coming on. Before we leave, I think it'd be cool if, like, y'all can give out your tags, like your hash, like your channels and shit, and also if you guys have individual ones, you guys can also plug them in.
Bet for sure.
So,
mi raza nos pueden seguir en Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, todas las plataformas como Grupo Nivel 15. Our Instagram is Nivel 15 .official. Oficial. Our Facebook is Nivel 15. Our YouTube is we have 2 YouTubes, Nivel 15 Vlogs, and we have our Nivel 15 Topic. Our TikTok is Nivel 15. Spotify, Apple Music, todas las plataformas digitales, mi raza, tenemos como Grupo Nivel 15. Para que nos pueden checar y estrenar todos los nuevos canciones que tenemos ahí. Our recent drop, Rosones, ahí para que lo puedan escuchar también, con mucho gusto, se agradece. You can follow me también, me pueden perseguir as j.montoya677 on Instagram, mi raza.
You can follow me on Instagram, Johnny.n15.
You can follow me on Instagram, a15.alex.
You can find me on Instagram on Ramon, 2 N's, and then Esparza.
You got like 2 Ramons, bro. Hell yeah.
Ramon.
Man, we appreciate you for having us on the podcast.
Yeah. Thank you, bro.
This was our last, bro. Appreciate it. We hope to be back. Shout out to Two Real Podcast. Shout out to Razer. I love your guys' gaming company. I have some of your guys' stuff at my home when I be playing on the game. Shout out Razer. If you guys want to sponsor me too. No, I'm just playing, bro. I'm just playing. No, we appreciate it. We appreciate you, Jose, for having us, bro. We
really
all the
appreciate
people out there too. To all the people that are watching this, saludcitas, si andan tomando, watching this.
Gracias. Una agua como aquí ahorita. Saludcita también. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Jose, we appreciate you for having us, bro. And get ready, mi raza, for this en vivo. This is gonna go crazy. We promise you.
It's gonna be crazy for sure. And make sure like, comment, subscribe. All of their tags and links and everything's gonna be down in the description box, so you can go down there if you want to find them. I'm gonna have them all listed by their names and everything. Make sure to like them, follow them. They got an EP coming out. They got a original track coming out later on this year. They got a bunch of big shows, a lot of big things. So make sure check them out, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Ahí estamos.
I don't gotta talk it out, cause my numbers walk it out. Yeah, I'm him,